Okay. All right, there we go. What's up, everybody? This is the Kings and Gaming special. Finally, we've been waiting for months for it now, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And finally, we got it. This is a special that we started off back in February. We had a really good conversation. A lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people loved it, and now we're back again with another special. I have a nice group of gentlemen here, group of kings here to have more discussion with us during this panel. So this is going to be awesome. We're going to have a good time. So without further ado, let's introduce ourselves. So just make sure that you guys tell them where they can find more of your content. Also, let them know a little bit about yourselves, and anything you want them to know, just let them know. Let's start off with Ziggy the Beast.
Let's go.
What's going on, guys? My name is Ziggy the Beast. I am a Army veteran from Louisiana, and we stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We host Ziggy's Epic Podcast with my good real-life friend, 8-Bit of Fun, where we host a Slice of Life podcast where we just get to know people in our community. That's actually how I was able to learn more about Green and Realonesgaming. I interviewed Pinky, and just to kind of get to know the people behind the camera. So that's what we do on our podcast, and we just like to have a lot of fun. So if that's your cup of tea, look me up on Twitter at Ziggy the Beast, and that's about it, man. Appreciate it.
All right. And let's kind of just do a randomized. Ton, how about you?
Oh, you gonna put me on the spot? All right. I'm Big Time. You can find me here on Twitch. I am from Tennessee. I'm a content creator. Also, Instagram, Snap, TikTok, all Big Time 423, and follow me on Twitter as well.
Yes, sir.
That's all I got.
All right. Ace Tech.
Yes, sir, man. It's Ace Tick, man. I'm from Houston, Texas. I've been streaming for about on and off a good 2 years. I was on Twitch for those 2 years, but as of recent, I stepped over to YouTube. My YouTube channel is Ace Tech. If you want to find me, connect with me on social media. My Instagram is _Ace Tech _. Twitter is the same thing, and also, yeah, YouTube. I already said YouTube. YouTube is Ace Tech. I came across Realonesgaming a couple years back through my boy DJ Push Play, and since then it's been gold. So, hey, I'm just trying to keep this thing going. A content creator, a gaming news reporter. I do love gaming news. So if you are a fan of gaming news, be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Variety gamer, variety streamer. I play a little bit of everything, but for the most part, I like RPG. And I'm just trying to network, connect with people, and get this thing rolling. You did? Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say Ace Tech probably has the best videos because he be coming up with news that I didn't even know was going on, especially during the Nintendo Direct. I was like,
Yeah,
there's a new Switch coming out?
Yeah, man. So yeah,
All
man.
right.
Connect with me.
All right, Push.
What's going on, everybody? Push Play the DJ, variety content creator on Twitch. You can find me on all social media platforms: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that. Push Play the DJ. Been doing content creation for about 3 years. I'm a big passionate wrestling guru, I guess you could say, aficionado. Yes, so I do a lot of wrestling commentary and analysis, a lot of sports talk, sports debate, commentary analysis, sidecast, watch alongs, but also into the variety gaming realm as well. Playing a tons of games regardless of the genre, and I'm also big into music. The DJ, it's not just a name, it's also a lifestyle that I've had for many years. So I also do a lot of mixing, producing in my spare time. So glad to be a part of the Kings and Gaming podcast, as I was part of the first one. So big shout out to Realonesgaming for bringing this back and for making this amazing podcast for fellow Black men like myself. So
right.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
How am I supposed to go after that, bro? How you do me so bad, Green? I thought we were friends. How you
I
be
mean,
after a Twitch partner and be like, well, you next, 8-bit. Enjoy. All right. My name is 8-bit of fun. I am currently everyone's favorite refugee, as I am a content creator that is going through a little bit of a hard time from Louisiana and dealing with a hurricane crisis. So I am a content creator on Twitch, Facebook, uh, TikTok. You look up 8-bit of fun. If the name isn't Dotline Johnson, it's probably me. Still don't know why I can't get that name on Twitter. But if you look me up, you'll probably find your boy. I'm just a anime Gundam enthusiast. That's all I really have to say because I can't make it after push play. I just can't have a real exuberant intro.
Come on,
Since
man.
my
man.
man's really did me dirty right now. He really did me dirty right now. But that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, and I'm Green SP. If you don't know, I am president of Real Ones Gaming. I'm also one of the hosts for the Real Ones Gaming podcast, and I'm a streamer. I stream over on Facebook Gaming Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday right now from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And right now we're doing Far Cry 6, so that's been pretty good. Everybody seems to love it, so that's what we've been doing so far. Level Up program on Facebook now, so make sure you check me out. Facebook Gaming. It's R1G Green SP. That's what it is. Boom. All right. So now that you're introduced to everybody, we got a whole bunch of topics to talk about, some good things to speak on. But first, how's everybody doing? How's your mental health and all those good things?
I'm dealing with an insurance company, so my mental health is destroyed right now as I'm living in a hotel. So I'm gonna avoid that question.
How about everybody else?
So far, so good, man. I mean, of course, you have your days, you have good days, you have bad days, but I guess it depends on how you handle it at the end of the day. So I mean, I really can't complain at this point. Blessed, can't complain. Wife, 3 kids, home. Right now, I can't complain or whatever. So I'm just thankful to keep moving, keep the bar rolling, and seize opportunities such as this or whatever. So got to keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in good spirits myself. Just like Ace said, good days, bad days, but blessed overall. Always striving to be better every single day. Just always trying to find things to be better than the day before, and finding ways to truly enjoy life and make sure that I'm actually living life, and then like instead of just doing the usual routine, because this pandemic definitely taught opened my eyes on a lot of different things. So, but like I said, good situations overall. Happy relationship. I got my dog with me. Haven't had him in like 5 years, so that's definitely been helping out a lot. So I'm in good spirits. I would say that.
Nice.
Okay. I think for me it's been like the last time we had this this discussion. It was me, Ton, Push, and Motif, and unfortunately Motif is no longer with us. So this whole thing with doing another one was kind of like, it was weird because it was kind of like emotional. Like me and Motif never met in person, but we was like brothers, and we was cool, and we hung out and we talked, and he was part of Real Ones, and we had deep discussions and all of that stuff. And so like developing this was kind of like, I want to call him, but can't. So the last couple months have definitely been hectic in good ways and bad ways. So everything is like every day it gets better and better, but it is what it is. I think since the last time I've gotten married, so that's been pretty cool. And Real Ones Gaming has been building up, and we were able to do stuff like this. So that's cool. as y'all can see, new improvements, Streamlabs, and things like that. So, me personally, I think I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty good.
That's what's up, man.
But we had a couple questions, and I'm not even gonna drag it out too much. So let's go into the first question that we can discuss, which deals with mental health, and that is, why is it hard to confront our mental health? Anybody can start off.
I could kind of speak in my own experiences with this particular topic, if that's cool.
Mhm.
So my thing was ego. I had a battle with my idea of how certain things were supposed to go for me and my life. And when one small thing or one thing didn't go the way I planned or imagined it to go, it would kind of, throw me into a funk. So I preface all that saying so whenever that would happen, I would kind of just move on to the next thing and just try to push through it. So with my mental health, it was more so of ego and acknowledging that, okay, this is a problem or whatever came up, address it head on, deal with it, and then, these are the cards I'm dealt. How am I going to move from it? Okay, I got plan A, plan B, plan C, and then go from there. Not everything is going to go according to plan. Not everything is going to go how you draw it out. It's how you deal with it. And one of my sergeants in the military always told me there's no such thing as bad experiences. Everything is a learning experience. There's no good or bad experience. It's a learning experience because everything that happens to us, we can learn from it. So it's like certain things that I took that I made part of my character that I try to use to this day. And that's how I was able to kind of work on my mental health, was not so much look at this is a bad instance, this is a good instance, this is something I can learn from. So this is what happened. Why did it happen to me? How can I make this not happen again? How can I be better from it? And that was, in my instance, that was some of the things that I fought with. And just communicating. And I feel like that's one thing that we fight with a lot is communication. We don't talk about our feelings a lot. So I think it's hard to confront. I could, in the past, I could be hard up holding back tears. Zig, you good? I'm good, bro. Like,
I'm fine. I'm
I'm
fine.
fine.
I'm straight. I'm
Voice
straight.
cracking. I'm straight,
Yeah.
dog. But I think that also goes part of the older generation raising us, and big boys don't cry. You
Man up.
man up. You sound like you crying like a girl. Blah blah blah. You're like, no, I'm a human. If something, you jam your finger and you want to cry, go ahead, dog. But that was just kind of part of it. So I'll let somebody else take the floor. But yeah,
I'll chime in if anybody don't mind. Because one, I've seen Zig personally in the whole stream because something small was very wrong, and we talk through it, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm done. We just gonna chop this up for tomorrow." And talking with him about that on just, hey, look, it's an easy fix. Sometimes you just gotta improvise and work through those mess ups. But for me, mental health kind of comes in terms of not having a lot of people to really trust to even feel comfortable talking to. As Zig like to say, I'm the type that will suffer in silence because he knows like I could be in a bad mood situation and it'll be like he's doing this for someone else. He's just toughing through it because that's what he's used to. That's kind of my thing. It's just not having enough trust in other people because I've been failed so many times from depending on other people I'll just do it myself, and if I just gotta suffer through, I will. But that's just me. I'm more of a suffer in silence type person. That's just the way I was raised, and uh, the product of the environment I was put in,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah, that's exactly how I look at it myself. Is just taking the struggle growing up, and then just you know chalking it up to that's just the way it is, and not being able to um growing up, like being able to talk to somebody about about issues, or having somebody to fully understand how you feeling without them, making their own conclusion, saying, it's just something you just got to deal with, or, it ain't always going, it ain't going to last. But we never know the timeline of the situations that we deal with. We don't know the timeline of the demons that we fight. We don't own that clock, So, and I mean, that's something that I've dealt with, throughout the majority of my adult life. I feel like, as I hit my 30s, I've started to realize that there are people who will take time to, you know, hear the issues that you have, and people who really want to try to understand the struggles that you went through, and and the demons that you fight. But then also, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what what am I gonna do to understand that for myself, so I can break out of that shell? Because it's going to be a constant battle where it's like, I could talk to I could talk to as many therapists as I would like to. I could talk to as many religious figures, any mentors, but if I can't get over that wall myself, like, it all goes like in vain. If it falls null and void. Um so that's what I think it is. It's just like, um trying to find that understanding and that clarity for yourself, to get over that wall, while also appreciating the people who will make a legitimate effort to hear the issues, or hear the struggles, or hear the everyday things that I deal with.
Right. Um, chiming in on that. I think to answer the question is, why is it hard to confront our mental health? I think a big part of that plays, and it don't matter if you are from the hood or if you just in a household of African American people. A lot of times we're brought up to be strong. Like, we're brought up to get up, lit, keep going, blah blah blah, whatever. Don't stop, stop crying, blah blah blah, whoop de woo. So now in your adulthood, you really don't know how to find that exit, to vent that out to somebody else. And like, I agree with you were saying earlier, somebody to trust. When you don't trust a lot of people already as it is, it's almost as if like, dang, well, what am I supposed to do? And at that point, it's like, now you just got to let yourself heal. But it's not really true healing, because at the end of the day, it's going to come back around and hunt you again. So it's like, which way do we go? What do we do now? And it's like a cycle that's been going on for so long, because we don't confront our mental health. But as I've gotten older, I'm starting to see that, like, if you're in a situation to where you may need to get counseling or whatever the case may be, then it does not make you weak to get counseling or to look for help. That's what it's there for. But that it's almost like we have to renew our mind. We have to all it have to be rebuilt, for the simple fact that, like I said, we grew up on being strong. That's it. And which is not a problem to be. We're supposed to be strong. But in a situation to where you need to be help, or where you need help, it's like we are ashamed to cry for help. That makes sense. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, to answer that question, man, I think we just gotta find a group of people maybe that's trustworthy, or try to actually establish relationships, and trust certain people that you may feel, okay, this person is trustworthy, I can trust this person, and build on that and see where it go from there. But if you don't have nobody that's right next to you that you could talk to, then hey, if you got to seek counseling, then seek counseling. It's there. Some people like, oh, why I gotta pay somebody? Like, I mean, but why continue to struggle if you don't know what to do yourself?
Right. And I think we need to, like, normalize that fact, where that it's it's not wrong to talk to a therapist.
Right.
You know, and and even like holding myself accountable because I we talk about I should go seek therapy, but we always push it, we push it aside because we like, nah, I think I got a good handle on it. Nah, I
Yeah.
think I think we need to really like in terms of like holding yourself accountable and saying like I need to go see a therapist because they might open up a perspective that you're just not seeing,
Right.
and that could be the beginning of that breakthrough that you need to get over that that situation that you're dealing with. There's nothing wrong with seeking therapy. And nobody should ridicule you, patronize you, judge you because you're going out to see therapy. Just like how you say, like, we're meant to be strong, but people need to understand that we get tired.
Exactly.
We get tired, like, severely.
That's some good stuff right there, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's powerful.
yeah. Seeing a psychiatrist or a therapist does not automatically put you as insane or you need to be locked up.
all right.
It should just be normalized as you're a person seeking help.
Right.
You know you have a cold or the flu, yet you still go to the doctor. So it's the same. You're seeing a doctor for a different type of help.
Same concept, man. Hey,
Yeah.
good stuff, man.
Yep.
I mean, I'll be clearly like I'll be transparent. Like I actually have a therapist. I've had a therapist for about 6 years now. It's not where anyone thinks. It's not as hard as people think it is. It's very healthy. I'm an advocate for getting a therapist. I think anybody should get a therapist, just like you have a dentist or a doctor or whatever. Um, anytime I get into these conversations with people, I tell them straight up, I should have been dead at 13. I should have been dead at 18. I should have been dead at 25. Like, you don't know by looking at somebody what kind of issues they're going through until you actually have those conversations. Like, a lot of people, when I tell them, like, yeah, I tried to commit suicide before, they look at me surprised, but I'm like, that's everybody who commits suicide. Like, it should be a surprise every time, but you just don't know.
Right.
So, like, it doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter, man, woman, whatever the case might be. But especially with things going on, I'm a heavy advocate for Black men getting therapists. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of a Black man. It actually helps you out. It makes you stronger. It makes you go through things a little bit differently. It gives you different perspectives, and I'm happy I got it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have it. So
Yeah. Because with that being said, it's like I said earlier, bro. If you're not seeking any kind of help at all that stuff all it's gonna do is just build up in you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna be bitter. Then you're gonna be angry. Then you're gonna hate, everybody. It's gonna build up.
Yeah.
That stuff has to be released. It has to come out somewhere. See what I'm saying? So I'm not against that stuff at all. I mean, I'm all for it 100%, 1,000%. So
and I mean, they make it so easy. Like, you can literally, they got apps for it now.
yeah.
So I mean, if you just don't want to go into a place,
Yeah.
they got apps.
Mhm.
Video camera. As long as you're talking about it and you're getting it out and you're just getting a different perspective, like a lot of you said, like, I think that helps a lot.
Right.
So
And I got a question for y'all that's kind of like a bridge off of this. So you hear a lot of people say mental health, mental health. What is mental health to you guys? When y'all hear mental health, what do y'all think of?
Me personally, I think that it has a lot to do with, like, a lot of people may have, especially even Black men, a lot of people may have certain insecurities, certain things that they are ashamed to talk about, whatever the case may be. They may hold on to it, never seek any help for growth, and so it's affecting them mentally because they're worried about it, they're stressing over it, and it's gonna keep coming back around over and over because it's just sitting there. It's not being, there's no escape for it. So I kind of feel like it's certain things that you may deal with personally, whether it's from your childhood, your adulthood, things you may have experienced in life that's just sitting there that you have not found an exit for because you may not know how, or it may just be too much pride, like I said earlier, to where you feel too strong to find another avenue to help get this thing out of you. See what I'm saying? So that's my point of view, my way of seeing it.
For me, I see it more of like as a stress or anything that cannot be pinpointed from a physical plane. So if you have anxiety or anything in terms of that, that's all that I see as mental health from anything that cannot be represented on a physical plane or physical part of existence in your
All right.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. I think me personally, it's like Abe said, anything that's not physical. One thing that I did learn in college was that like everything creates a chemical reaction, and that chemical reaction then causes emotional reactions. So I think at this point, I mean, anything could be linked to your mental health. It could be raining outside and it changes your whole mood.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
I don't know if I'm the only one, but you know, when it's sunny outside, I'm happy for some reason. But when it's raining, I'm just like, I just want to sleep, dog. I don't really want to do
Yeah.
I'm out of here, man.
Like,
It's
all right,
the
no stream from Green tonight. It's raining.
It's raining.
What's the forecast this week?
So anything could really just
But yeah,
that should balance up. So
Yeah.
it could be anything, really.
yeah, because the reason I asked that, and because you see it on social media be kind of generalized, so it's good that we just kind of talk on it a little bit, which y'all did. So I appreciate
Going a little deeper. Yeah.
Go a little deeper. Yeah.
Yeah. That is true, bro. You do hear about it everywhere, but you don't really see,
Like,
nowhere where it's really
explanation yet.
defined or like what, in
Right.
depth, what is it? Yeah. So that's a good point, bro. And I got a question for y'all as well. So I've heard some people say that, and I kind of think it's true after it's been brought out, that certain seasons can depict how your mood and how you are, your mental health, all that type of stuff. Would y'all agree to that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And for me personally, I think that is true because like I'm in Houston. I mean, summertime is hot, but you got freedom. But when the fall come, fall is like this. It's like a vibe, bro. I don't know what it is. It's just
Yeah.
maybe because I know the holidays around the corner. Everybody for the most part are in good spirits or whatever. But when the fall come, it's not too hot. It's not cold. It's like just right in between. And it's just a good vibe for me. Like for the most part, I'm good mentally, especially around that time. So I just want to ask y'all that to see if anybody else could relate to that. Cause I've seen it and I was like, I thought about it. I was like, man, that is kind of true.
I mean, I could kind of relate to it. I'm in the South as well, down in Louisiana. I mean, I can go outside, chill on my back porch, smoke a cigar. I don't have to worry about mosquitoes eating me up.
Yeah.
I can open my windows up. It's a good vibe. I can check my mail and not be sweating bullets.
Right.
I can. But more seriously though, the vibe is definitely different with the seasons, especially if like I'm kind of family oriented. So summer, that's people think summer break, summer vacations. So summer's always fun. Winters is always fun because the girls decorate the house and everything. Kind of the environment does help with the mood as well. So, but most definitely, man, the seasons do help a little bit.
Contribute to your mental. Yeah, definitely.
And I know some of the ladies say what the zodiacs and all that.
Yeah.
Like the Mercury and retrograde.
Show sign.
But no, I could definitely I can relate to it. I mean, for somebody who grew up in Miami and who primarily had like one season all year round with like a week, throw that out. Yeah, it's all about you. You already know what it is. But moving to the DMV, it gave me that experience of like experiencing all 4 seasons.
Right.
And so like it definitely like the moods are definitely set with each respective season, and it kind of like it's kind of like you try to set those goals to accomplish before, like I want to work out in the winter so I can have a summer body, or I want spring to come and I can get I want to achieve every single thing so I can enjoy my summers and be and enjoy the hot weather, enjoy the beaches, and then when the fall comes, that's when I get the drip right right before I get cold because we all love hoodie season and whatnot. So like all of that like plays a role in my opinion, So
Well, as a parent, I can't stand summer because kids is home from school. I can't keep nothing in my refrigerator. So when August starts coming around, I get a little happy because it's starting to get fall and school's starting back up. And I love that. Yeah, I'm good after that. And then football. And then football starts up. So yeah, fall is probably one of my favorite times. But summertime, like I said, kids home all day, eating up everything.
I can't stand summer, period. So
me neither.
Well, down here in the South, it gets real hot.
It's real
hot. Yeah.
The heat.
Think about it. You're already in a situation to where you may be dealing with something mentally, like mental health, and then the frustration of heat on top of that. So it's like you just
right.
You ready to fight at that point.
Exactly.
Somebody stand too close, you ready to fight.
Right. Mailmen be upset. I'm like, why you threw my mail in the box like that? I'm thinking about like, okay, if you was in the heat
with no AC
all day,
you relying on the wind.
Gotta put yourself.
You got a big old bag of letters.
I'm like, man, you ain't had to sling my box like that, bro.
But you got to think, nobody wants to be the mailman's friend until
first of the 15th,
March,
right?
April, when them income tax checks.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk outside and I feel the heat, I'm like going right back inside, turn the air conditioner on 61, just chill.
61.
It's too hot, yo. Like
What's that's a bill, man.
That's the bill. What's that Simpsons gift when he walks outside and walks back in?
Oh yeah, Grandpa with no bar.
Yeah.
Like no, she's
like,
let's go to the beach.
It's too hot. Like,
she's like, let's go to the beach. Nah, it's too hot. Let's stay home.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Yeah, man, I really do think that, like I said, that season stuff, it does impact your mental health to a degree, because again, the seasons, the moods, all that stuff tying together, and you could be more frustrated in the summer, and you could chill in a fall or the spring, and probably depending on where you are, where you're from, you probably be mad again in the wintertime. I mean, like I said, I'm down here in Houston, so when that freeze we had last year, that was not normal at all.
That was a climate change. That's a climate change,
bro.
Right
that was
the government.
Hey, yo,
they're not ready for that discussion.
They really not ready.
That's a whole other conversation right there.
They ain't ready for that one ton. Somebody playing with dials. Let's see what happens.
Nuke the clouds. Nuke the clouds.
Nah, they was on that green. They turned the AC down to 61 on them.
That's the crazy part.
That
was a movie about that stuff. Like, when did that movie come out? It was some years ago.
Was it 2012?
I want to say no. It wasn't 2012. It was a movie about where they actually do control thunderstorms, hurricanes, all that type of stuff, whatever. I forgot the name of the movie though, bro. It came out maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I seen something when they was testing.
When I look at the situation that happened in Texas, that reminds me of that whole day after tomorrow type stuff.
Man, Oh, this was the crazy part. So I'm in the oil industry or whatever. At the time, it sucked so bad because it was still cold. Right before I went offshore, I was offshore doing that whole little shebang that happened. And man, that hit home, bro. Because my wife and kids is at the house, power out. I mean, my wife was a soldier. She held it down, kept the kids warm, food, stuff like that. She was a survivor, so she did a thing. But it's like me, I was out there. I'm like, bro, I'm feeling like, bruh, like there is nothing that I can do. I'm sitting in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't drive home right now if I wanted to. And even if I did, it's 8 hours away at the time. And so that was a situation that I was like, bruh, this right here ain't where it's at, bro. This is not where it's at. Just because like I feel like, when you got your family and everything, you want to take care of, you want to make sure they protected, everything is good. I feel like I couldn't do that when that stuff happened, bro. So
Yeah. All right. So based off of the main questions we just had, I wanted to kind of drop this question right afterwards. Do you think black men support black men enough?
So with that question, is it just in the content creation streaming world or just in general?
Yeah, in the content creation world, in the
Okay.
gaming industry.
Okay. Me
No,
personally, I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. It's enough of us in the game, but it's not enough of us that are pillars to each other. No, I don't think so.
I would say no. There are some that will provide insight, provide resources, provide opportunities for collaboration, provide their own experiences and struggles to help out other black male content creators. But then it goes back to that cutthroat type of nature where it's like I I'm gonna give you this, but only to this point because I don't want you, you know, it's the stigma of like I guess us losing whatever we work to somebody else because they might work harder than us, or they might just do a little bit more, or they might get the connections that we're trying to get, and I mean it's sad. It's a sad realization because I feel like, if one of us is successful, why can't we make everybody else eat? Why can't we, make sure everyone else is fed? I mean, it's a struggle that we're all, it's a common struggle that we're all in. So if we have some that are succeeding, why can't we bless the rest of the rest of the table? Why can't we just like say, hey, look, I did this, you know, go about it this same way, or go about it, take this as a template and make it work for you, because I want to see you succeed as well.
Right.
I feel like you can always do so much. You could provide a blueprint. You could take, like how they always say, you could take a horse to the water. It's up to them if they want to drink it. You can give somebody the keys to the kingdom. It's up to them to to turn the knob and open the door.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like, I would love more support to be like shown and highlighted, and I would love like a lot of those stigmas and those myths to be broken, saying that like I can help my brother out, without thinking of any negative consequences that's going to happen for me.
I think also what plays a part in that as to why there's not enough support in the community is because when you think about it, a lot of people want to be the face of whatever it is that's big. Everybody want to be on the front line and be the go-to person. They want to be it in that whatever it is that's moving forward in that movement. Everybody want to be it instead of being that person that's playing a part in everybody coming up. I'm pretty sure y'all seen that meme. It was a bunch of looked like a bunch of hustlers, like from the 80s. They all had on sweatsuits with big gold chains or whatever. And then in the caption it said, "You don't even know who the boss is." That, like, you don't even know who the boss is because everybody is eating. Everybody look the same. Everybody is playing their part. You couldn't tell who the boss was. And I think in these times, everybody want to be the go-to. They want to be the face of it. They want to be it. They want to be this, that, instead of just being like, yeah, man, if you building a brand, this my team, blah, blah, blah. It seems like some people don't even want it to be about the team. Like, the team is who helping you. Yeah, you may be the face of it, but like, how did you get there? Yeah, the team, this is my team, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's not enough support in that area, bro. Because everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to be the face instead of being like, hey, let me go ahead and play my part. You play your part. Let's build this thing up. Let's, and with that way, we create a fountain where we can all drink from. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So, yeah, I would say, like, I give a personal example. It's like, so, I became Twitch partner in September of 2020, and I was given a lot of resources, and even before I became a partner, I was thankful to have a lot of opportunities to like work with particular programs and be a major entity of the Twitch sports campaigns and things like that. So with after becoming a partner, I did a roundtable with a lot of other like-minded content creators, and I thought to myself, I wanted to build a team of just like-minded individuals, and this, it didn't matter, race, ethnicity, preference, sexual preference or whatnot. I just wanted people who appreciated doing content, appreciated the things that, appreciated the grind, and also a big family oriented group just to help grow. And with that, a lot of people, yes, looked at me because, oh, I'm the partner, but I don't even, to me, being a Twitch partner doesn't even mean anything if my team is not, getting those same opportunities, if my team is not getting the same resources, or if my team is not, if the team is not reaching out to, be in a position to receive those opportunities. So whenever opportunities arose, I sent it to my team. Yeah, it came to me, but I'm like, look, I'm cool, but I got 8 other people that are just as good or better than me, and I want you to reach out to them. And they started getting opportunities and they started being successful. And that's what it was for me. It was like making sure that the people that I surrounded myself with was getting the same benefits as I was, and it's sad because you don't see that a lot in content creation.
Yeah.
And another thing I just want to add on is it's tough to say that black men supporting black men in content creation because um we don't get a lot of the recognition to begin with. So it's tough to really find, the black male content creators, in a large abundance of numbers as opposed to our white counterparts.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
I I definitely say not enough. One, I've tried to work with partners. Zig can protest. He seen me send emails to people just trying to get information on things that I can do better or just look at my content. And I got no response. And this is from other black males, but I will send the same email to a person of a different race and I will get some sort of response. I will get, even if it's, I don't have time today, I could get with you. But I've sent multiple emails just trying to better myself and actually acknowledging I need help or, hey, can I get a critique? And brothers did not answer me at all. It was other uh, white partners that took up and was like, oh, yeah, man, you're doing great, giving me facts. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of disheartening to know that I'm reaching out to my brothers who've been in my situation and understand. One, I play a lot of anime games, so one of the games that I played, I was literally the only black person that was playing it. So it was kind of like I'm already at a disadvantage where everybody else who plays this game is not black. So I'm already at the bottom of the totem pole.
Right.
And it just hurts to know that no other brothers was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm not asking for a handout. I'm just asking for what can I do to put myself above this. It could be as simple as work on your page. Your page is kind of dull in colors. You need to spruce it up, get a new overlay, something like that. I'm not asking for, oh, send me a raid, send me a host. No, I'm just asking like, what can I do to work on my exposure, my brand? Does my brand even stand out compared to some of the other people that you may personally know? Just as simple as that, where you can go to somebody's page and you go look in their about section, is just a donate button.
Mhm.
You just having a simple, hi, I'm Joe Blow and I like this. You stand out more already. You don't just have a donate button and talking about the grind and I want to build a community. Like talk about something a little bit more personal. That was the sad part. I didn't even get the opportunity to get resources. I was cut off at the head.
Real quick bit, I do like the fact or like how you put that because that's another thing that we also got to understand just with the whole support thing is that you weren't looking for a handout, bro. You were just looking for, hey, if somebody can, how can I better my what I got going? How can I better? How can I better my stream? How can I better what I'm doing? You're not looking for a hand, and that's the mentality that we should have, because some people get it twisted and get it confused or misconstrued that help is giving you a handout, like just here you go. No, that's not how it works, bro. You have to have a work ethic of some sort. You have to be determined to make this thing happen that you want to happen. So I like it that you put that out there, bro, because that's the other side of us helping each other is, okay, I'm gonna help you. I'm not gonna give you a handout, but I'm gonna help you, and you can do the same for me. And we just go up from there.
Yeah. Like nobody asking for like, yeah, I see you getting 100 people in. Can you just rate me? Like, I'm not asking for that. These people probably don't even like the games that I play. I'm just saying, how can I reach my target audience
Yeah.
of this group of people? And that's where they kind of need more support. Where if you type in start off Twitch streaming, you gonna see all the videos pop up with all 1,000 of views, and you see everybody. None of them look like us. Those people that's getting that advice. But if we made a video about it, it's gonna get 6 views, 2 likes, and it's like, yo, I look like you. You should hey, if this guy can make it, what did he do? What advice does he have? Because at the end of the day, he went through the same struggles that I'm gonna go through. All of us here, we know the struggles. You know you're gonna get somebody that come in, call your names. You already know the names. We already know the list. You're gonna come in. They already gonna have the some people don't even want to click on us because there's like, I don't know what kind of person he is. I can go in. It's the N word. 5 days, every 2 words, you gonna hear it. And it's like, okay, well, he wants to be a weeb. They already trying to figure out what stigma we fall in. It's like, yo, man, it's not an act for me. This is who I am. This is what I love. This is who I am. I'm not pretending to be anyone. That's the thing where we already at a disadvantage. They clicking like, I wonder what character he's playing today. It's like, we're not characters. We are all genuine people. We grew up with whatever we are doing. This is us. This is not an act.
Exactly, bro.
Right.
Everyone here is a real person. Exactly. Whatever you like, you like. We're not acting. That's the people you want to support, because we are you.
Right.
We're not the person that's in the camera. The minute hey guys, I'm here with Firehouse subs, man. We just like, okay, you clearly sold out to the brand. You are an influencer. You are an influencer. I get it. You are an influencer. This is what you do. This is why you are full time.
Right.
I understand that. You making your money, congratulations, but you're not helping me be a genuine entertainer or content creator at the end of the day.
But I think a lot of the times that you don't have enough support is because we want to look at each other like, I'm not going to help them because I don't want them to do better than me. That competitive nature.
Exactly.
I don't want you to take off and then I'm still stuck back here. And I'm like, yo, I helped this dude and he just takes off.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's I was gonna jump into that because I saw in the chat somebody asked if it was a generation thing that we about black men not helping each other. And I think I think it is, because exactly what Son said is just that it's that competitive, cutthroat type of nature where it's like, I don't want to give people my gems and then they start to flourish and I'm still stuck in the same position. But then it's like, when you going to hold yourself accountable and realize, okay, if they did this, how much more did they put in that I didn't do at that time, and what do I have to do to change that so I can also flourish as well? But like, why is it so hard to celebrate when another black when another black man is winning, and while we're still working to get to what we consider to be successful,
right?
And so I do think that is a generational thing, where it's like, oh, well, how did you do this? Well, I did this, that, and the third. Cool. And they took that and then they also added a little bit more oomph, a little bit more effort, and they got what they needed. You know,
Exactly.
like, but then now you want to hold a grudge because like, well, damn, like I gave you that, you know, or people like to hang it, like they want to put that over your head. Like if it wasn't for me giving you those resources, you wouldn't got to where you got to be. Like I did that for you, you know. And it's like, what's the point of that? They still got there. You still stuck where you are. So when are you going to hold yourself accountable? Like, all right, well, they did more than me. So now I got to look into myself and say, what more can I do to get better?
Right. That was a good question, Frosty, in the chat. That was a real good question.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. Frosty brings up, do you think that it's a generation thing that black men don't help each other out?
Right.
And I think it is.
I think it's like a two-sided thing because the crabs in a bucket metaphor has been said for ages. So
yeah,
I think it's more of an acknowledgement now, especially with social media. So you see it.
Right.
But I definitely think it's definitely been around for a while because I mean there's been the term uncle fill in the blank. I mean they've been you know there's been a lot of blacks not helping each other.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
And just like that crab in the bucket thing, you know, you can help that one crab get out. But when he out, he looking at everybody else like,
I'm better than y'all now.
Yeah.
I'm not helping none of y'all.
And see, that's where it's all messed up at. That's where it's messed up at. It's like, okay, let's say everybody come together. Everybody came together to help push this person forward. This person that came up. Now, to complete the circle, is he gonna come back and pull everybody else out that bucket to help everybody get to their freedom?
Come back with the ladder, talking about come on.
That's how it's supposed to work. But it's like the way that it works is okay. It's either crab in the bucket situation where they pulling you back down, or everybody gonna support that one person. You come up, but don't come back down, or the person that come up on their own is not trying to share nothing with not giving a handout.
I did it on my own.
Yeah.
I did it on my own. You
did it on your own. So now, why not duplicate and make copies of what was done so that everything can spread and everybody can, But it's
that's why pyramid schemes get such a negative connotation because people at the top be getting all the benefits, and then people at the bottom, they kind of get slighted, or they get left out, or they get left behind, and then people are like, dang, I got scammed or whatnot. So
right.
I'll say this, like, I think we have tried to do that throughout history. Like, you think about the Million Man March. The Million Man March was like that symbol for, all right, black men, let's come together and start building each other up. The problem happened is that time passed and nothing was done afterwards. It was like, we had the march.
Now what?
Cool. But now we're right back to the thing.
Leaders.
Exactly.
Right.
But leaders are what you make of it. Like any one of us can jump up right now and take that reign and do that.
But who would stand behind us is the question. Outside of you have to have a nation to stand behind. You can be a leader, but if you don't have anybody to actually say, we acknowledge this person and he's going to hold us accountable just like we will hold them accountable.
And who you leading? Who you leading?
Yeah, like at that point, the accountability measures need to be there, because Zig and I actually talked about this and said, okay, well, one, no offense to the ladies, but ladies have way more many groups than us. And the groups that we have, do you really want to be a part of them? Because of the toxic levels where you going into a toxic situation where it's like, I don't want my community involved in these proceedings or the scandals that are coming up with some of these people. So it's like, where do we stand where we can have our own and not get canceled because it's something where it's guys only, black male gamers only, and it's held accountable. Like, you will be held accountable if you don't hold up your end of the bargain.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because we were talking about that right before we started today, and it's not inside news. It's not like it's secret stuff. I had already set aside Kings and Gaming because I wanted to be something more. So I had did all the social medias and stuff like that because I do want to create a network of Black men who can come together, uplift each other, help each other, and we can all, as we said before, eat together. And I saw that platform for Black women, like you have so many groups. We don't even need to name the groups. You can think of at least 3 of them off the top of your head if you just sit there and think about it.
Yeah.
But then we were sitting there thinking, like, so what groups are all Black men that's as popular as all the groups we know about Black women?
None.
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 We don't know.
Right.
We can't call it. We can't really think about it. And that's one, because I think there's not a lot of people who tried it. And 2, I think the reason why they didn't try it because of fear. One of the points that was brought up is, if you do make that kind of group, some people will label it as toxic masculinity, because why would you need to have a group just full of Black men and not allow Black women into that?
But see,
so
no, go ahead, brother, because I want to chime in on that.
Oh, go ahead.
So this the thing with that. The thing is, the women just have to understand it's not that we're trying to take away from nothing. We're not trying to take anything away from you guys. What it is just us as men. We trying to get this together because we don't have it. So if we're actually trying to pull ourselves together and actually elevate as Black men in unity, then I don't see why it will be offensive if we not counting y'all out. I mean, because we want y'all to be there to support what's going on. We're not counting you out or nothing like that. It's just the fact that we trying to get something built that's just not there, bro. The support system is not there. It's kind of shake. It's not there. So we trying to get something built up to where, okay, you got a bunch of Black men that come together that actually showing real love, genuine support, actually looking out for each other, actually helping each other, not handing out that type of stuff. It's not, oh, you know what, we don't need them. It's nothing like that at all. It's just us trying to come together to actually get our stuff together, pretty much.
Right.
As men, you see what I'm saying?
I just look at it. If somebody was to approach us with that type of question, I would just basically say, look, it's going to be something similar to like Morehouse and Spelman, where you have you have Morehouse, which is like the all male college in the U.S.
Right.
Spelman, that's for all women, but they do things together. Like if you look at Morehouse and Spelman, like, yes, they are exclusive, to their respective genders, right? It highlights the excellence and success of education for Black men and for Black women, with each respective school. But like whenever it comes to homecoming, they call it Spell House. Like they do it together. Where it's like, Morehouse will always go support Spelman events. Spelman will always go support Morehouse events. But it's like they just have their place. They have their location to thrive and succeed, and to also get that support within their own gender. So like, just like, like for example, like you got Noir that is doing their thing for Black women, and it's like if we have Kings and Gaming, then it's that's for Black men. But it's like, just because we have our own group doesn't mean that we're not going to support them. It actually means that we're probably going to support them much more and try to highlight them, on a continual basis. And and we hope that we get the same in return. So.
Well, that's a good way to put it, bro. The Morehouse and Spelman,
that was very good.
That was dope, bro.
Yeah.
That was dope. I mean, that's if we applied that same model to everything else outside of just college or whatever the case may be, man, imagine how far we go, bro.
Yeah.
It is not to say that these groups, like, I think a lot of the time people think that if we do these all male groups, that it's a bunch of toxic people, but they forget the reason why we're doing an all male group is not to bring in toxic people.
Right.
Bump the toxic people. We don't want them.
Right.
But we want to be able to uplift each other, learn from each other, be able to communicate with each other. Because if you notice, like, there's a lot of content creators who passed away, men who took their own lives because they didn't have that support from people who look like them. We keep talking about representation in gaming, but we forget there's not even representation in our own like community. Like we can't even. I can't look at somebody and be like, "Yo, I know this person. They up there and they help me to grow as well." Because when you get down to it, like I think we're all just separated in different areas. Every once in a while, we'll see each other, but there's no communication. There's no, "Hey, Green, you know, I saw you did this on your stream. How can I do that as well?" And then I just give that information out. If we had something like that, like you said, a fraternity, we all be good. Like we want to be better men in this industry. We want to be better men, period, so that we can be better in the world. So
You know what? Might as well make it a fraternity, Kings and Gamers fraternity, and then you have the Queens and Gaming sorority.
Yeah.
Now everybody can be happy, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Make some Greek shirts.
No.
We I was waiting for Push to say something.
I was holding it. I was like, let's see. Because as soon as graffiti wrote like a fraternity, I was like, all right, let's see how long they go before they finish it.
Oh yeah. I already
You know.
Hey. But I think I think that's a really good idea. And like I said, that was something that I already had my mind set on. So look out for that in the future.
Nice.
But one thing that I said was about representation that we don't really have that much. So the next question is kind of focused on that. So as you guys answer this, the question is, which gaming characters inspire you the most? And think about representation and which character kind of is a representation of you. So which gaming characters inspire you guys the most?
Gaming character.
I mean, I don't have many gaming characters. Can I do like comic book characters?
Oh man, the question say gaming. You got.
I mean, I don't have gaming.
Yeah.
Dog.
I'm trying to change the question. Don't try to change it.
Man. All right. Gaming characters.
Like main characters, not supportive characters, not they were just a character in the game. Main characters. And we talk about this like there's a reason for this question.
I'm going CJ from Grand Theft Auto. I said I'm sticking to my gun. CJ from San Andreas. All
right, then I'm gonna go Franklin from
Hey, that's
Grand
fine,
Theft Auto.
bro.
You know
That's
what I'm
fine,
saying?
bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, that's all we got.
That's it.
Your boy
Unless
from
you
Bully.
include
I don't know if his name was Marcus or I think it was Marcus from Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
You
Watch
know,
Dogs 2.
Yeah. Because granted, he was doing a lot of hacking and illegal stuff.
Yeah, some shady stuff.
And but he was kind of, but he was also kind of like an anti-hero, kind of vigilante. So he was kind of for the people in a way. So
Hold on.
but go ahead.
I'm gonna change mine.
But
Mike
yeah,
Pitt
that's
from
I
Miami
would
now.
probably say Marcus from Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nerd. I'm a techie too. So I like, so I think that kind of relates to me in a way, and all those gadgets he has, I like having gadgets too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just by hearing Push say that, I haven't played Watch Dogs. So
You don't play Watch Dogs?
No, I have it, but I have not played it.
Oh, you gotta play it, bro. It's fun.
I heard it's like really, really good.
Yeah.
So just by hearing Push say that though, it sounds like that's who I probably would have chose as well because of the tech, nerd type stuff, whatever. Because other than that, like y'all was saying, Marcus, CJ, and what's his name? Like, there's
Franklin.
We don't have a wide variety of people to choose from.
Got Knuckles.
Hey, he not a main character. He not a main character.
Listen, I don't care what anybody say. Listen, I don't care what anybody say. Knuckles is black. Knuckles is black.
Okay, so
Knuckles
Donkey
is
Kong
black, bro. I don't care.
Thanks,
And
bro.
now, because now isn't Idris
Yes,
supposed to be
Idris
voicing
Elba.
him. Knuckles is
Elba.
black, yo.
Idris Elba is playing Knuckles, bro.
Yeah,
Bruh.
he's black, bro.
But
Is
here's the
Donkey
shocking
Kong
part
black?
about it.
A Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong black?
I don't know.
But here's the shocking part about it, because I'm glad you brought up Knuckles. So studying every character from video games history, right?
Right.
There's characters that we automatically think he's black.
Mm-hmm.
Could be an animal, could be whatever, but we think that. Here's how messed up the industry is and was. Knuckles, if you look at the colors are of that of a Caribbean island.
Right.
That's true.
He's Jamaican. If you look at his shoes, you look at him, and even when you look up the character and you research his history, the creators designed him to be representation of Jamaica.
Right.
But we don't have any straight up just black
African
characters as a
American.
main character.
Yeah.
Like A-Stack was saying earlier, like a black Kratos. We don't have that.
A black Drake
But-
from Uncharted.
Well, but see, and that's the thing. See, I go too deep into it, where it's like you see how you said like a black Kratos, but then I think about who voices Kratos. It is black guy. You know,
Yeah.
because
We
you
get
had
them Afro voices.
because you had T.C. Carson,
Right.
who played Carl in Living Single.
Yep.
He voiced
Living Single.
Kratos,
Yep.
and then you had the other guy who was also black. I think his name was like Christopher something. He voiced Kratos, you know. But it's like, but the visual representation, I understand, it's
Exactly.
not of that.
And I think that's more so what we're looking for. We're looking for that visual. Okay, you
Right.
know for a fact, without a shot of a doubt, that's a black character.
Because I've definitely said Kratos is black. He just ashy. So,
The only one I really could think of now that I've had
man.
time to think is Lee from Walking Dead Telltale games. He was in the first season. But then I guess when I start thinking about it even more, Clementine was really the main character, the little girl.
Yeah.
So, but
So we
Yeah.
we really don't have that.
we reaching
that-
at this point.
That
Yeah.
that
Left
basically
ahead.
because right now we don't have that character that's stamped in the industry that you can go to like Kratos, like Uncharted, like the whatever other character that's a main character. Like, oh yeah,
That's a
he
staple.
black. Yeah, he black. We
Mhm.
know he black. Yeah, we don't have it.
And I think part of it is because when there is a game like that, it has so much controversy behind it because the main character is black that it doesn't get hyped up the same way as Kratos, Nathan Drake,
Right.
such and such. Like if y'all remember, Mafia 3 got trashed.
Bro,
Good game, but got trashed by critics.
Mm.
I could not
And
play
they
that game
swore
on
up-
stream.
Yeah.
But it was a good game, and it was like it gave a lot of truth. It's just that the gaming community didn't uplift it the same way they would any other Mafia game.
I think I got one for y'all, but I just thought about it. Wasn't the main character of Crackdown black?
Yes. What's
Yeah,
the name?
yeah.
Terry Crews. Terry Crews.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Terry Crews.
and it was an actual black. It was a black character too.
Yeah.
Visually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what? That's one for sure.
That's yeah.
One.
You know.
One for sure.
One.
I mean, but if you're looking at time and everything in its entirety, that's not enough of us.
Oh no, of course.
It's not
No.
enough.
Yeah. I mean,
Now-
because then honestly the only legitimate answer would be somebody from an NBA 2K and somebody from an NFL 2K or
Come on,
you know
man.
or Madden.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The only time we really represented well
Sports games.
is sports
Right.
games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or every fighting game always like, let's throw in a black character. Eddie Gordo, DJ on Street Fighter,
Yep.
Jack
Jack from
from
Dead or
Mortal
Alive.
Kombat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to make
Mike
that
Tyson
just
from Mike
clear,
Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah.
to make it clear so people don't misconstrue what we're trying to say, we're saying that there is no character that's like Master Chief that's black, that's like Nathan Drake that's black. I mean, that's black, that's like Kratos who's black. We don't have like a consistent character that has stamped who they are in the gaming industry. Period. Like you said, Crackdown. Yeah, he's black, but it's like, is he stamped in the industry? Like,
No. No,
You
of
see what
course
I'm
not.
saying? So
Like you don't remember crack though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, who is that stamped icon black character that's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no.
him right there. You see what I'm saying? So
It's none. I mean, we get some people, but they're really from different communities. Like someone said, Miles Morales, but that's a comic book character.
yes, and
Yeah.
So
also
of course
I
he's
think
black in the
Puerto
game.
Rican, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
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 So I mean, of course he's there. Somebody says Spawn, but of course because that is a comic book character.
Yeah.
So
Right.
in the comic book community,
It's
there's
every
quite a
day.
few.
Yeah,
This every
but-
day.
Yeah, it's a supporting character. Like I'm thinking of Gears of War, Coltrane, supporting character. He's
Mm,
not Marcus. You know,
Mhm.
you're thinking
Right.
of main characters.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
man.
You got a lot of supporting characters, but what Ace and everybody's trying to say is the main
Exactly.
character over a
From-
course of a trilogy, over a course of a.
You know what? I got one for you.
Uh-oh.
What you got, Push?
What we
I got Shaq.
Shaq
Shaq Fu, man.
man,
Fu, baby.
All right, bro.
Shaq Fu, yo.
Michael Jordan, he was in the Windy City.
Yeah, Jordan versus Bird. Yo, like
that boy say Shaq Fu.
look.
Shaq Fu.
Man, I remember that game. Bro.
Did anybody play the remake?
Nope, I have
I
not.
saw it, but I didn't play
I heard it
the
was
You know they had a DLC with Barack Obama as the main character.
what?
Y'all never seen that one?
I should
No.
just for the meme.
It's called Barack Fu.
What the
Barack
heck?
Fu?
It is
Barack
a
Fu?
DLC to Shaq Fu.
Heck nah. I seen the game and I heard that it was, of course, way better than it was before, but
But
the
still.
original game scarred me so bad I would never in my life play
Yeah.
that game against what I told myself.
Would you guys consider Afro Samurai? Now, yes, granted, he was I guess an anime comic, but they did make a video game out of him.
Yeah, but he wasn't like, I guess, yeah, he was never like at the same level as a Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Like,
I
he was
guess,
never-
okay, put it this way, a triple A character. A
Right.
character. Yeah. We don't
That was a
have that. A
creative
triple A black character.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Could there be? Yeah, they've
yeah.
been proving it lately that they can do it. I mean, look at Forspoken. It looks like an amazing game.
Yeah.
And
Deathloop.
That looks like
you
it's
can do it,
Yeah.
but will you? Probably not.
It's possible, but yeah.
Man.
So Deathloop also. Oh, watched a couple
Yeah.
of people stream that Deathloop. Those are black characters too, correct?
Yeah, but even
Yeah.
they had controversy on that one. They tried to shut that down too.
Really?
What you
How
mean,
did-
Green? What they
How
tried
did I
to do?
miss that one?
So from what I
really?
read, there was a lot of people that was upset at the fact that there was two main characters that were both black, and they think
Why?
that it's pushing the black
Like
agenda.
why? Y'all got every active character for every platform. We can't have one.
You can't
Master
have
Chief
one.
don't even have a face, but we know he is not black.
Come
Yeah, never
on,
seen
like,
But
Man, that's
I
a
like
whole-
Deathloop a
bro,
lot.
That's a whole nother conversation right there, bro. It's like,
But that's what I mean. Like when it does come up to a game that has a black main character, that's really good and should be uplifted and should be that AAA title. The controversies kill it.
and then on top of that, since you do got Deathloop who have black characters, do you think that Deathloop is gonna be Uncharted? Do you think it's gonna carry on this legacy the way Uncharted is doing?
One and done.
You know,
You think, Green?
they might drop 1, 2, maybe 3, but it's not gonna be pushed like Uncharted is.
Nah, Deathloop is one and done. Like after this one, they're not making a sequel for it. They're not gonna try to do something like
They
it
was
again.
pushing it pretty hard.
They were.
Mhm.
It's a good concept, but
You don't see it?
think about it like this. When it first released,
Mhm.
how many black content creators you saw them push that was playing Deathloop?
Okay.
Facts.
Good point.
Facts.
That probably would have made the game way better than we are now. Like, who here really plays Deathloop right now?
I don't own the game, so that's.
I
you
haven't touched it yet. I want to, but I just haven't touched it.
You're right. Point proven.
Yeah, facts. I can't disagree with you on that.
Like, I have it, and I haven't even played it in like at least a good couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I see exactly
So-
where you're going with this too, Green.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
like, they can say like, oh, well, you have it, so it's your fault that you're not playing it. But you got to remember, like, when you're in the gaming industry and you're reading news articles and stuff like that, that's always going to continuously make you want to play the games that you already own because you're trying to find out new and stuff. Like, I can watch a YouTube video about Sonic the Hedgehog and secret little things that happens in Sonic the Hedgehog, and I go, I'm gonna play that and see if that's true.
Yeah.
Those kind of things like make you want to play it, but they will not do that for any game that has black people in it. Deathloop is an amazing game. I think it should be a AAA title. I think it should be something that's set in stone for the history. But as soon as there's a black game come out, controversy kills it.
I think also if the same formula, let's say they decide to come up with this black character, you know, stand out, he got all of our attention. Like, man, you know, they represent us. That's what's up. Blah blah. Whoop de woo. I think if the same formula that's applied to like Black Panther, something like that, and everybody, all of us supported it, even if you're not a Marvel Comics fan, you supported that movie.
That's true.
If that same formula is applied to the gaming industry, if we get this character out the blue, I think some stuff can happen.
Yeah,
because I have people that never even seen
that would be a step towards, you know, growth. It's progress.
I think the only game that they actually gave that kind of amount of love for was Miles Morales, and that technically wasn't even a full game according to the developers.
Yeah, it's not. It's
not. Yeah. DLC we had.
DLC.
That was a big old DLC, bro.
So I mean, like I said, Forspoken is probably the first game I've seen in a while that is pushing that this is a black character, but doing it in a way that it's not like, here's a black character for a black game.
Right.
It's giving you the same story that you could give any other character, regardless of race, regardless of sexual orientation, whatever. Here's the story we can give you, but we're just choosing to make this character a black character.
Right.
And it looks great. It looks amazing. I can't wait to play it. But then again, when does the controversy start to try to kill it?
So let's get 50 Cent, because 50 Cent is a person who's actually set foot in the gaming industry before. He had his game that he had now, obviously did pretty well. Well, I mean, it don't necessarily have to be on the street type stuff or whatever, but tell 50 Cent to come on in here, man. Let's get another game and get some content creators, some gamers to brainstorm on this epic character and push that forward and see what happens. You think something like if you got the right sponsorship behind it that's pushing it, I think something also can happen that way as well.
But you know, 50 ain't gonna move unless it's gonna make him millions.
Exactly.
True.
So it's got to be.
So it had to be like,
I got to get that money back.
That's what I'm saying. If you got a team or a group of people that's dope game developers that you know have the AAA skill to create this character, whatever, and come up with a dope character. Like, I think something can be done as well. But of course, numbers is gonna have to talk, money gonna have to add up and make sense or whatever. But I'm just thinking kind of like, you know.
Now here's another question though. What gaming company would you trust to make that game?
That's a good one.
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I'm gonna say this because I'm biased, but I'm gonna say Ubisoft.
I will go. Yeah, that's the safe bet because EA.
That's the DLC nightmare. You want different skin tones? You want to change the main character? No problem.
Best bet.
You mean to tell me you want to fade for your character? That's gonna be $5.
Yeah, they're gonna charge you real haircut prices. $40, sir, for the cheapest of cuts.
Yeah, the microtransactions gonna be ridiculous with EA. The 2K gonna have VC.
Look, it'd be even worse with Rockstar.
Rockstar gonna take 15 years to develop the game before they even release it.
It's gonna be huge.
It'll never come out.
Open world, puzzle, action shooter.
We ain't asked for all this. This is too big.
Man. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, the only developer that actually is trying, well, I would say they have no choice but to, is Ubisoft. Because if you look at like Bethesda, they'll just throw something together and say, "Here's the hairstyles. You got to pick one of these. I don't care if you don't like them. At least we put a black character in there."
Like, all right,
So now
ball.
you're looking like Little Richard with a S curl. Like,
Not Little Richard.
Not Little Richard.
Apocalyptic Little Richard.
man, I remember opening up Fallout for the first time. It was Fallout 4, and I was just scrolling down, and I was like, "Yo, none of these hairstyles look like it belongs on a black man."
Bro,
Like,
that's
it's
one of my
not
favorite
hard to make a
franchises,
favorite.
bro. That's one of my favorite one of my
Yeah, I
favorite
love
games, one of my
Fallout.
favorite development companies. And yeah, I agree 100% with you on that. That hair thing, nah, they don't.
Yeah, on
Nah.
Fallout. We just rocked the bald head on Fallout.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bro, either the bald head or the lowest haircut that they have, bro.
But that's the thing, though. Even with the
Character
lowest
that I have
haircut, like,
created right now looks just like what you said, bro.
but even
Yeah,
with the
but then
lowest
the
haircut,
hairline-
like, they don't even have like a
Hairline be back
lineup.
here.
They
They ain't
don't.
got
Got the U. The
Yeah,
George
you got a
Jefferson.
bowl cut. You got no lineup, no sideburns
No
cut. Like,
lineup.
it's, you know.
Yeah, the top of your head throwing up to you.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If they ain't got nothing else, I get that bald head and put me some type of goatee of some sort or something just to kind of, throw
Yeah,
a
that
little
is-
something on it.
But that's the thing, though. But we're so much more than just facial hair. Like, we have, like, I mean, look at all of us, right? We all have different respective hairstyles.
Yeah.
Whether it's locks, whether it's a fade, whether it's a shortcut with with a lineup, with a taper or whatnot. Whether it's a fro, whether it's like the mid, like the little midi top. You got the kid in play, like like the fact that companies still are struggling with like getting various hairstyles.
Yeah.
Like you got groups that are specializing in like, hey, add this hairstyle for a black character in your game. Add this hairstyle.
I can't do
Hell, even add it for your NPCs. Like just do that. Just so that I could see, like, listen, I'm sick and tired of seeing a black NPC with a Justin Bieber type of hairstyle.
Bruh.
Like, bro.
Bruh. This the crazy part. And I feel like the developers really should pay attention to that, because us as black gamers, black content creators, if we get that company that develops a game and they got it on lock with the hairstyles, because we gonna be able to tell they actually took their time to go to a barbershop in the hood or go to a black barbershop and actually learn about different hairstyles and haircuts. We as a people, we gonna appreciate it. We gonna highlight that. We gonna blow that up all across.
But they don't even have to do all of that. All you got to do is just sit on that poster. That one poster with all the hairstyles. That's all you gotta do. Like, for real. Like, let's be real. The fact you can send the poster with all those different hairstyles at the barbershop to a game developer. Look, make an exact carbon copy of this.
Bro,
That is true facts.
we are going to appreciate it. We are gonna blow that up all over social media because it shows that you actually took the time to learn about a taper fade, to learn about dreadlocks, to learn about edge ups and line. You took the time to learn that as a developer. Yeah, we finna blow this up. You finna see videos and everything about this.
And then we'll appreciate it more if, like, let's say for example, you doing locks. You got the locks that are messy. You got the locks that got the parts. You got, like if you actually showing the parts, and then if you go deeper into it, where you got the regular square parts, the triangle parts, the diamond parts, and it's like, oh, you really put work into this. Okay, like
the braided locks.
Again,
exactly.
We are going to know that y'all took y'all time on this.
Yeah.
Hey, and we all come. Hey, let's blow this up. We got memes, we got posts, we got this, we got that. That's what that put more money in the bank.
Some hashtags.
More people are gonna go buy the game. A lot of people probably would just go buy the game on the strength of the fact that y'all took y'all time to cater to the black community. With something as simple as a haircut.
But again, like, that don't mean a lot to us, but it's not gonna mean a lot to the overall gaming community, and that's the issue. Like, no one can, like, the best thing I've ever heard was someone said, everyone is a victim until your privileges are challenged.
Exactly.
And in the gaming community don't care until it involves the majority of the people that's in the gaming community. They don't care because as black people, we are the minority in the community.
All right. I agree with you, my brother.
We
But
can
if-
sit there and say the
Mhm.
gaming community stands together and we should all be, but
Nah.
that's not the case.
Imagine if all black people just stopped playing Madden and say, you know what, we not buying it, even though we're the minority,
Or
they
Call of
gonna
Duty.
feel it. You know
Yeah,
what? We
so-
ain't buying
so-
2K.
So, question that was just asked was, would Jameson Locke count from Halo 5 as a black main character if he's one of the two main characters?
Go with- I'm
I
sorry,
haven't
Locke.
played Halo, so I
I
don't know what
love
that is.
Halo,
I
but
mean-
Locke, no. Locke is Master Chief is Halo.
It's always gonna be Master Chief. Master
Yeah.
Chief is the pinnacle character. He's the main character.
Yeah.
You know,
I couldn't answer that because
I mean,
I'm not a
honestly,
Halo
shoot. I mean, I would. You want to go back to old Halo? Shoot, some people still think Cortana probably get more recognition than Jameson Locke.
Yeah.
You know, or even the
Arbiter.
Arbiter. Yeah, exactly. Or the Arbiter, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, shoot. 'Cause I mean, heck, they took the Arbiter and took him and even threw him in the Killer Instinct. Like, you know,
Arbiter would probably be more of a main Halo character than
right?
Locke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Elite. That was good. That was a good question. It's just again like when we talk about black characters, we're talking about the one that black character that stamped who they are in the industry.
That legacy,
legacy
character.
going like Laura Croft, like I said, Uncharted. I mean not Uncharted, but Nathan Drake, Kratos, those type of Master Chief, those type of characters. Like, do you see that in the industry? And it's
a franchise character.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
A
That's
franchise
what I'm
character.
looking for. A franchise character. We don't
Franchise
have
character.
that.
Even if Resident Evil would have add, like, you know, we have Leon, you have Chris, and even if they had like a black character.
Exactly.
They had Shiva and she was light skinned and
Yeah.
they killed her off. They was like, we ain't going back to Africa.
What's wrong with being light skinned?
Exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with being light
There's
skinned.
nothing wrong. Listen, that's
Shiva did not even look like she was from Africa. Shiva did not look like she was from Africa. I'm gonna go with that.
Listen,
I was like,
we are dark skinned, we are light skinned, we are melanated kings, and we are going to keep it as such. We are not having no colorism issues at all. Like,
I'm saying.
but Shiva did not look like anything. I did not know she was of
I didn't know
African
until it
descent
was
until
after
they
the fact.
said she from this tribe. I was like, really?
Is she?
I did not.
She don't look like nobody in that whole entire tribe.
I was like, I thought she was Dominican. All right. I just thought she was here. Like, hey, look, we just got sent here from Umbrella. All right, cool.
I seen somebody say in the chat earlier. They said, what about Jax from Mortal Kombat? And it was somebody else they said from Street Fighter. And I was like, those are known characters in those games, but they're still not that franchise character, like Push said.
They're supporter characters.
yeah, that's supporting
They're
character.
support.
Yeah. Because when you think about Mortal Kombat, who you thinking about? You think about Sub-Zero, Scorpion.
Off
Yeah,
top,
exactly.
because when you
Like-
just said Mortal Kombat right then and there, I thought Sub-Zero.
Right. You know, and I will say I'll give a slight exception to Liu Kang and and Kung Lao, because they actually had their own game.
Yeah,
They had Shaolin monks, But then when you think about Street Fighter, you think about Ken Ryu and like, right. Well, if you want to be technical, then Bison is technically Balrog, or
Right.
if you want to break it down to that sense, because like
Street Fighter, you also had Barlog, who was a boxer, which is of course another supported character.
yeah.
He's not.
DJ.
Then again, it's representing
Supporting
us,
character.
but it's a sport.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because you think about Killer Instinct. Or you think about Killer Instinct, people talk about TJ Combo, but he's not like the guy. Like you think about Spinal, or
When
you
I
think about Fulgor,
when I think
like
Cinder,
or Jago, exactly.
Yeah. Facts.
I mean, I try not to take it too far, but like when I think about those kind of characters, I go, okay, so me as a black man, I'm only good for fighting, playing football, basketball, or something like that. Like, it gets me upset sometimes, but I gotta sit back and be like, you know what it is.
You either playing
You
sports
know.
or you a thug.
That's it.
What that lady told LeBron, shut up and dribble.
Shut up.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
dribble.
enjoy that.
Yeah, and you
Same.
saw what LeBron did. LeBron opened up schools.
Yeah.
LeBron, LeBron put it all in her face. Like, yo, you need to just shut up, and do the news. Like,
But you ain't. She ain't talking about nothing else no more. She ain't saying nothing else. Why is it?
No,
You want to look at
how you can't like look at everything that this man has done.
Right.
You know, with the school that he built. I mean, I think what Nike built they basically built like they took a building, and every single room in that building is just highlights of what LeBron has done. You know, from during his time from getting into the league, signing that deal with Nike, and then like everything else he's done to that point.
Mhm.
You know, and it's like and LeBron is somebody I give credit to because he's the type of person that he's put his friends on. He put
That's true.
Rich Paul on. He put Maverick Carter
Maverick
on.
Carter.
Look at Rich Paul. Rich Paul is one of the most sought out agents, in the game. And it was so much that the league tried to block him because he didn't have a degree. And he was like, who needs a degree when you're talking about business and money? And now look at Clutch Sports. Clutch Sports is over here thriving, based off of the expertise and the knowledge and the trust that LeBron had in his friends, saying, "Yo, I know you can do this, so let's go ahead and let's lift you up."
And not only has he put on his friends that he grew up with, but he's also put on friends that he's made in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's helped them with business wise.
Yep. Chris Paul, what they call it, the banana boat crew.
Yeah.
I mean, even Draymond Green.
Draymond.
He got Draymond like a TV type deal.
Mm-hmm.
And think about that. Everything you guys just
Very good
explained.
point.
We have that in the gaming community.
I was
Very
just
good.
about to
Oh
say
my
that, bro.
gosh.
I was
It's
just
just
about to say that, bro.
And that's all
What
it
if
takes.
the same recipe was applied, the same formula was applied over here, bro? What could happen?
That'd be a dream.
Like you say, he was the
Actually-
crowd that got
Actually,
out
it
the
probably
bucket.
was spread more because
Mhm.
I mean, you content creating this game and content creating. A lot of people are doing it, so it would actually spread more and impact more than even in the basketball world.
Collaborations.
Yeah.
That's
So, I mean-
that's a good point right there, bro.
Yeah, he was the crab that got out of the bucket, and
He came back
instead
with
of turning the eye on for the cook, he came with a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a whole ladder.
I look at it that he broke his own arm just to stretch it out so the rest can reach out.
There you go.
And pull him up.
Right.
Because he was like, I'm gonna grow it out. I'm gonna grow it again. Just go ahead and just
Yeah.
Don't heal.
So let's ride.
Hey,
Let's
I just need y'all
link
to
us
come on.
together.
Yeah. That's
All
a
right.
good point right there, man.
So the final question for tonight, which I think is the most important question because it kind of lets people know what we deal with and it kind of gives them a perspective inside of what it's like to be a king in gaming. What is the black man struggle in the gaming community? Be as open as possible.
Recognition.
took the word
That's
right from my mouth.
recognition. Just being able to be acknowledged, for the work and the vision and the in the creative sense that you have, as a black man, and not looking at everything as a comparison, just simply uplifting and highlighting the gifts that we all possess. I don't want people to come look at my work and say, "Oh, damn, he's just as good as." I just want people to say he's that good, and I like his work, Like now, yes, I mean we're in a world where comparison is it's like second nature. But the thing about it is that if you're not putting me in that category, if you're not putting me in that realm, what is it that needs to be done so that I can get that same type of recognition? I can get that acknowledgement. I could be put in that group saying look, yeah, you got so and so, but you also got to check out this person. He might not be found yet, but he has a lot of great gifts. He has a great quality. He has great production value. you know. And overall, he's positive. His content is great, and it's somebody that needs to be pushed to the forefront. They need to get exposed more. So I would say recognition.
Right.
Uh, just for the fact that why do we have to go and put in all this production value starting off? Why can't we start off with just the basics and work our way up? Some of us really come in putting it in your all like, okay, I'm gonna go get the Elgato Cam Link, I'm gonna get the A5100, and some of them don't even know if they gonna do this for a month and quit, but they feel like they have to have that production value to even get noticed. You got to put in 4 or 5 times as much work as a person that doesn't look like you, because you have to find a way to draw those people in. You have to have the best quality that you can have at the moment.
Mhm.
Yep.
I think opportunity to a degree, and I say that because I feel like because who we are, black men. If you're black streamer, black content creator, you already got a strike counted against you as one. I mean, starting out, and so
Bro.
I feel like when it come in, when we come, like let's say you do come up and get to a certain point, every level you're gonna deal with more stuff. Like so you will seize this opportunity, but now you gotta fight so much harder to get past that barrier just to get to the next opportunity. It's not a smooth sell, and you can't tell me that it is. And then if they do say, "Oh yeah, well, what about this person? And what about that person?" Yeah, but like let's be honest, bro. Like, who is that person relating to? If you see what I'm saying. If you see what I'm
Mhm.
saying, y'all get what I'm saying.
Oh,
Mhm.
So who is that
wholeheartedly.
person that y'all talking about relating? Who is he relating to? Is that person relating to? You see what I'm saying? So I feel like opportunity. Like, yes, we got to put in way more work just to get to certain opportunities to seize them. And then when you get to that opportunity to go to the next one, you got more bear. It's levels to it, bro. So I feel like we don't have that smooth sale of opportunities um 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 for us, presented to us or whatever, because there's always some crap that's gonna come with it. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like if there was a smooth sale like it is for everybody else, then you know, you'll see a lot more of us around. And then I don't want people that other viewers that may, people that like, are Caucasian brothers or whatever the case may be. If they look and be like, oh, hey, well, this and that, this and that. Well, you got like, bro, don't just hear what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Like, bro, there are levels to it. Every level we get to, we got more that we got to deal with. We got to work 10 times harder. Like, I guarantee you, any content creator that's doing something, you can't tell me that, oh, you got to work hard. Man, these content creators work hard. I've seen Push Play. When I first came in, Push Play was one of the first guys I met. I seen this dude start with 3 viewers, bro. 3 viewers. And out the blue, from hard work, dedication, and consistency, this dude got over 10 million views. That's from hard work. So the excuse about, oh well, yeah, you get the same opportunities equal. No, it's not. Like, let's be honest, it's not. Because even if we get there, like I said, what's next? We got more bull crap we got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna just be, oh, you so and so, come on here, let's go ahead and take you to the next level. Oh, you made it here, let's go to the next level. Nah, you got all these, so you got these levels, and then you got sub levels that you got to knock off just to get to that next level.
Mhm.
Like, come on, man. And I say that just to clear up those who say work hard, blah blah. Man, look here.
The grind.
Look here, man. Look here,
the
man. There's
hustle.
people out here that's grinding all the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Putting in work all the time. Like,
Getting burnt out all the time too.
Getting burnt out.
don't come tell me about no, you have to work harder, this and that. Man, the
Keep
hard work is
grinding.
there. It's people that's out there already that's putting in the hard work. So come with another one.
Man,
You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Man,
I agree. I feel you on that because most of the time I'm streaming every day, every night, same time. Just going at it, man, and it's just like I know I'm putting out good content. I may not have the numbers that somebody else may have, but hey, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm having fun.
Mhm.
but I'm working hard. You know what I mean? To entertain those that are there.
Right.
You know, it is. It's a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think another thing is too, we get pigeonholed a lot. We've talked about it before in another segment. We're more than just Madden players, 2K. And if you like those games, that's fine. But I play a lot of wrestling games. I played 2K19, 2K20. That's actually how I found Push. I didn't know he was associated with Green, which is funny. I randomly saw him in my recommended. But we play more than just Call of Duty, Apex, 2K and Madden. Like 8-Bit said earlier, he plays anime games.
Right.
I like to play Borderlands and wrestling
Sure.
games and different things like that.
Sure.
And I host a podcast on my channel, so you're not going to see any sports games on my channel. So we're more than just sports related. So
Yeah.
that's another thing. We get pigeonholed into certain categories that is kind of unfair.
I mean, I told people 1,000 times, yeah, I like Apex Legends, but you put an adventure game in front of me, that's
Bruh.
all I'm playing.
See, that's what I'm
Bruh.
saying. Exactly.
Open world, a whole nother universe. Come on, bro. I think that's why Fallout is one of my favorite games.
Mhm.
And then, but there's about to come with Starfield. Oh, bro. Come on.
Choices matter.
Yes, bro. So
Mhm.
yeah, man, that's good stuff, bro.
And that's just what it is. I mean, I think the majority of the whole purpose of this is you have different variety of content creators right here in front of you guys.
Right.
All of us play different things, but we all cool. Like we all know each other,
Right.
and we all spoken. We all like me and Push text each other every once in a while. Like, hey, how you been? What's going on? Me and Ziggy, 8-Bit, we hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Ace Tech, I always watch your content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ton comes through to the stream, and we've even played like Apex together and stuff like that. So like everybody knows we're different, but that's what makes it so great. So when people say like it's everyone wants to be at the top, you have 6 different people right now that's literally at the top of what they do, who does amazing things, who does great things, and we're all unique. There's no reason why all 6 of us can't be supported in what we do.
Right.
And if it's 6 of us like that, imagine how many more people that aren't on this show right now who are at the top of what they do, how unique they are. And whether it be they playing like adventure games, or maybe they do VR games, maybe they do like Sonic the Hedgehog games. I've seen a lot of Sonic streamers lately.
And I would say so many others that are not even playing games, but they're just so creatively gifted in so many other things, whether it's like arts and crafts, whether it's music, whether it's just having conversations, just chatting, traveling outdoors. Like the thing about it is that we're not just limited to just gaming. We're limited, like the art talent can tap into so many different realms, and and it can touch so many different people, in so many different ways. And it's like, and with us, that's all that we're trying to do. We're just trying to expand our reach, and we're just trying to be recognized, from the masses, regardless of the category that we decide to play that day.
Right.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Like I think like that's the important thing of this special, is just to come together to say we're going to start networking and building a platform where we can not only help each other professionally, but also be that kind of backbone where if 8-Bit's having a hard day, he can give us a call and be like, hey, I just want to let it off my chest. And that's the thing I think we need.
Mm-hmm.
And we just need that support. Not just like 8-Bit said, it doesn't have to be monetary. It can just be, hey, the way you did that thing on your stream.
That transition, man. What's going on with it?
Yeah. It takes 2 seconds to give some advice that could change somebody's whole life.
Right. Yeah, I got a text from another content creator just the other day. He saw one of my TikToks and he saw that I had my camera like aligned in a circle, and I had the rest of my scene like like showing, it was like directly highlighted. He was like, "Yo, how'd you get that circle in the camera, bro? I've been trying to do that for a long time." And I was like, I went to this website. I just I just paid extra. I just paid the money for the premium features. That was one of the premium features. He was like, "Yo, okay, how much is it and whatnot?" It's like £4 or £5 a month. Oh, bro, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. That simple. Like supporting somebody that they saw something that they got inspired by, and just helping them out with that. That's it.
I need to say something. Push, you don't know this, but when you do your commentating, you have the desk set up.
Right.
I copied you, bro. I had to. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. It was because of you. Like, no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's funny,
And,
bro.
and
Hey, I appreciate
That's
that,
lit,
bro.
bro.
but because when I when we first met back in February and everything,
Mhm.
and I watched the stream and you put that up there, I was like, yo, that's so dope.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, I never thought about putting it in, and then I started doing this little segment towards the end of the stream where I was doing like Florida man stories,
Mhm.
and I was like, what would be dope if I had a desk? I spent the next day for like 5 hours to find the perfect desk and getting it set up, and I was like, this dude Push did this for me. He put this
Yeah.
in my head.
And what was funny, it was like that whole idea of like that commentary booth, that was, I didn't even come up with that. Somebody in my community, because before I would just have a background with whatever wrestling show I was watching, and it was just a background with me in the green screen, and I was just doing my commentary. And this person hit me up and it was like, "Hey, I love what you're doing, and I was bored one day, and I just made all these like setups for you, and you can use them if you want. If you don't, it's fine with me. But I just wanted to say I appreciate the stuff that you did, and I wanted to do this for you." And since then, I used it,
Nice.
you know and that's where I'm coming from with that, is where it's like you see like how you do the smallest things, every little like things you do on your stream could be something simple for you, but you're inspiring somebody else
Mm-hmm.
with just that simple thing that you're not even probably taking as seriously as as you thought it would. Like, a lot of the things that I've seen people, and I've always taken notes. How do they do this? How do they do that? Reaching out to people, yo, how did you do this? Like, this is so dope. And I was like, I wanna try to implement that into my stream in my own kind of way. You know, like, we all get inspired from each other.
Mhm.
And that's the beautiful thing when it comes to content creation, where it's like there's inspiration in everything that we do. You know, so it's like, I'm appreciative when so it's like, yeah, like I saw your setup and I had to do something like that. Like, please go do that and make it better than mine, please. Like, I always, like, I have a mantra. I was like, when people like, I want to be like you in anything, I always say, don't be like me, be better than me,
Mhm.
because I believe in you to do so much more than what I've already done right now. And I want you to thrive and succeed, because then I'm going to continue to one up myself. And then you continue to do the same thing. So don't be like me, be better than me, strive for more, attain more, fight for more, you know.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. Well, we're coming up on that time, but is there anything else you guys would like to tell the audience or share just in general?
Yeah, I got one thing. So as black men, we this is kind of with the theme of the show, and 8-Bit know that we like to do this on our show. So one thing that we need to do more as black men is tell each other how much we appreciate them. give them their flowers while they can still smell them, not be macho, get rid of the ego. So Green, I would like to give you your flowers while you can still smell them and say I appreciate you creating this platform, going above and beyond to start something that we haven't really seen, or we don't really see. We're not saying nobody's doing this, but I just don't see it. So, be the change that you want to see, right? So you went and you started this panel, having healthy conversations that need to be had, and you making that you putting that foot forward and making that action. So definitely appreciate you, Green. All the work that you put in, because a lot of people see is this, but they don't see
The
Green
email
being up to
chain.
probably email chains, Green being up till 2-3 in the morning, thinking about this at work, thinking about this during the day, so it's a lot of effort and time and preparations and different drafts go through this. So definitely salute to you, my brother. Keep up the good work. And that's not just a saying. I know we said that earlier, but definitely legit keep up the good work, because it's a lot of good work you're doing, man. So definitely.
Appreciate it.
So
Big
as
time.
black men, we need to do that more. Tell each other how much we appreciate one another. So definitely salute to you, Green,
Thank you. I
and
appreciate
everybody
that.
else, of course. But yeah.
Yes, yeah, good stuff, man. I can piggyback off what Zig said, man, because since I've met Green and Pinky and Bridge. I met everybody through Push, and like when I first came across their work, I'm like, and I was probably like a year in. I saw a year or so in when I met them or whatever. I was like, man, like the work that they putting out is like on point. Like this is Black excellence in this community, because not like you said, it's not that it's nowhere else. I just don't see it nowhere else except this is what I see first. From the emails, which are very professional, down to the presentation of the podcast. Everything is like on point.
Right.
So that is definitely appreciated. Keep the ball rolling, man, because it'll if ain't nobody else doing it or whatever, it'll be one of the spearheading platforms for our people, from our people. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, salute to you, hat to you, man. Hats off to you, man. Appreciate what you're doing. Push, bro. Like, bro, we've been rocking since that a Discord that we mutually met.
Yeah.
Discord that we mutually met in, and Push always show love. I always show love to him. And my hat's off to you, bro, because when this dude got the millions of views that he got on his channel, every time I come to the channel, and I'm not even asking for nothing, I'm just, yo, Push, what up, bro? Blah, blah, whoop de woo. This dude shout me out in front of all them people. I'm like, dude. I told my wife, I'm like, dog, Push stayed solid the whole time.
Yeah.
From the point when he first started to where he is now, as a partnered streamer, dude has never changed.
Ain't switch up.
I was like, bro, like, okay, like that's my brother right there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And like Zig Ton, hey man, especially after this right here, I definitely want to come show y'all support. I see you on social media and stuff like that, but I want to come to y'all streams as well and keep this relationship going, keep the bond going, bro. Because after this right here, it's just like, man, you can't just go back to normal. Like, no, I want to continue to build with Bit, Ton, and also you, Zig. So I like this whole vibe, man. That's and also what I want to say is, for those that may be on the outside looking in, this isn't a situation to where it's just Blacks only, because some people gonna take it like that off top. They're gonna take it like that.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with just Blacks only, or we only creating a cult for Black. That's not the case. What we're trying to do is build up in our community in an area where we see we really don't have too much strength in. That's all we doing. Because me personally, as a content creator, as a streamer, bro, I got people from different races, different backgrounds, different countries. Like, I'm not shutting none of that down. I want all the love, because I'm gonna show it back. And everybody on this panel, I'm pretty sure, can vouch and say the same thing. So it's not shutting anybody out, canceling anybody, shutting anybody out. It's just within our community, we're trying to get something established. You see what I'm saying? So don't take it the wrong way and thinking that we blah blah. No, that's not the case. Like you gotta like get to know us, I guess. I don't know. That's not the case. We actually trying to do something that's needed for our community. Period.
Exactly. All right. And I would like to say I appreciate each and every one of you. It's not one person on this panel right now that hasn't inspired me to change or switch up or do something better, create something amazing. Push is definitely one of my inspirations. Like when he became partner, I was like, so we can do it. All right, cool.
We can just
man.
Cool. And that motivated me to try to push over there on the purple brand, as we call it. When I was on Ziggy and 8-Bits thing, I told everybody in my family that I was about to be on an actual podcast that's not my own. I was happy about that. I'm always in Tun's stream just watching and seeing him grow and do better. And I'm just like, that gives me the inspiration to do better myself. And, you know, like I said before, Ace-Tex on TikTok or Twitter or YouTube, I'm always watching. I'm like, dang, I need to do something like that because that is amazing. Like he talks about how professional we do things. If you never seen an Ace-Tex video, you're missing out because the information he provides you and the way that he does it, I think he has a goddamn TV studio in his house. Like,
he probably does. He probably does. He got a whole team working.
Hey, I appreciate it. Man.
He probably does.
We probably do. I seen him on TikTok.
The thing is,
editors and all that.
When I first started it, I was like, man, I want to present this in a way that we see it and like a way that we can really be like, okay, man, okay. That was my whole thought process when I first started doing it is I want to do it in a way that I know I'm going to enjoy, something that I will watch and something that people that, again, not shunning anybody else out, but people that we can, that like me, that look like me can relate to. You see what I'm saying? Because the way the information is being presented, like, okay, yeah, okay, you look like me. Hey, let's get it. And that was my whole mind behind that, man. So I appreciate the love on that, bro.
No problem. And if you guys don't know any of these gentlemen, please make sure that you follow them, that you keep your eyes on them because they inspire a whole bunch of people that y'all don't even realize. Like they probably don't even realize they're inspiring like a whole nation of people to do better. So make sure y'all follow them, show support, love, and all of that. And like I said, Kings and Gaming, this ain't the end of it. We said that the first special when it was me pushing Big Ton. We already said like this isn't we just leave and we don't talk to each other for a while until the next one comes. This is like the start of that fraternity.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all
ain't got rid of me since. Neither has Green, you know. Can't get rid of me now.
So make sure y'all, you know, if y'all want, Kings and Game is already on Twitter. It's already on YouTube. It's already on Facebook. So make sure that y'all check it out because there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out for it.
And the Discord. We in the Discord.
Hey, I can make a Discord tonight.
hey, let's get the Discord going.
So when I tell y'all, and this is the first special that's actually on the Real Ones Gaming Network, as we call it now. So
the network.
The network.
Okay.
So it's going to be a whole bunch of different shows, a whole bunch of different topics to talk about, and all of those things. So please make sure that you follow Real Ones Gaming on all social medias.
Live.
And
nice.
You know. And you can learn all about the different shows, including this, and the improvement and the growth, as we say. So I thank you all for coming through to the stream today. Thank you to Ziggy, Push Play, 8-Bit, Big Ton, A-Stat. And until next time, guys, don't forget, we got a Real Ones Gaming podcast tomorrow. So make sure y'all here 12 noon Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. And you all have a wonderful and blessed night.
Yes, sir.
Peace out, everybody.
Throw the ones up.
Later. Yeah.
You dig. Oh, I just want to say I was the first follower.
I just followed now, bro.
I gotta be number 8, so I'm gonna wait.
Bro.
First.
Yeah, I was first. Can't nobody take that from me. Can't take it from me.